What's up, YouTube? My name is Bigboysnacksjonnytv, aka what kind of snatch one, because I got plenty to go around. This is my WWE NXT review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please full watch the video from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more rest of the content that I do on the channel, because I'm on the road to 10K and a path to YouTube partner. And follow my social media down below in the description. And go check out my WWE Raw review on highlights that I posted on the channel yesterday because it was a good show. And thank you guys so much for coming out to my WWE NXT watch along reactions. Stephanie McCure versus Bryson Perez. I got 14 likes in that stream. That was an amazing stream for 2 hours. All right, let's get started. Now WWE NXT was a good show, and I give it an 8.5 out of 10. It says here's a place to check results and comments along with the newest episode of WWE NXT airing live on Tuesday night in the 8 p.m. Eastern Time slot on CW. Advertised for tonight is all the fallout from the NXT Standard Delivery Premium Live event that went down just this past weekend in Las Vegas. Stephanie McCure returned her women's champion in a fatal four way, but she's already scheduled to put her title on the line against Roxanne Perez. Plus, Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dillon will challenge Liv Morgan and Victoria Rodriguez for the women's tag team titles. Meanwhile, Soroka is the new women's North American champion. Hank and Tank are the new NXT tag team champions. Tony D'Angelo has to figure out how to handle Stacks, betraying the family, and more. Come right back here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time when the NXT Live blog kicks off once the show starts on CW. A running record of everything that happened will be below this line here. So it says enjoy the show. Alright, blasting our way through the boundaries of hell. No one can stop us tonight. We take on the world with hatred hatred inside mayhem. The season live blog this here pro wrestling shows for you folks. The show, of course, opens with a recap of NXT Standard Delivery for Saturday. So we get Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley versus the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. And this tag team match right here, this was a I might as well say this was a decent tag team match. Liv Morgan and Taylor Paxley to start. Liv Morgan with a front kick, a mat slam, forearms in the corner, and she puts boots to her, getting the referee face when she gets admonished. Admonished. Taylor Paxley grabs her and blows her over, and blows her over into a tag to Raquel Rodriguez. Matrix invasion. Tatum Paxley gets caught into a have have hatch swing and release. Quick tags working. Tatum Paxley over. Gigi Dolan tags in. Raquel Rodriguez with a scoop in a slam for two. Action to the floor. Challengers stand tall with a moonsault off the apron from Tatum Paxley, and we go to commercial break. Alright. We come back from commercial break. Raquel Rodriguez grinding Tatum Paxley down in a Cobra clutch. Tatum Paxley gets to her feet. Jawbreaking connects. Liv Morgan tags in. Suplex and shimmies quick tag and despite the rally before the break. Tatum Paxley isn't any better off than she was. Raquel clubbing her down in the corner. Gigi Dillon tags in, taking it to Liv Morgan and string of offense, culminating in a bridging German suplex. So close. Tatum Paxley off the ropes. Liv Morgan runs away and tags Raquel Rodriguez, and she bows both of her challengers over, lifting Tatum Paxley for a powerbomb. Counter to a hurricane. No deal. Gigi Dolan blonde tags. Raquel Rodriguez stuck on Tatum Paxley as Gigi dives her on her. Tatum Paxley off the top. 450 splash. Gigi Dolan for the cover. Liv Morgan breaks it up. Tatum Paxley sends Liv Morgan packing with the Insecurity. Tags back in. Stereo Insecurities on the powerhouse of the champs. Satellite block Gigi doing Taz Blonde again. Stereo headbutts Blonde. Tags from Liv Morgan, and she dives in with a code breaker on Tatum Pasley. Ricardo Rodriguez gets Gigi doing up for the one arm powerbomb. She's in the ropes. The winner by pinfall, the Judgment Day wins by pinfall with the Oblivion from Liv Morgan and on Gigi Dolan, retaining the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. This was a decent tag team match. But I hope Liv Morgan and Ricardo Rodriguez drop the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions at Backlash. That's all I gotta say. Backstage, we see that Lexis King still hasn't gotten his NXT Heritage Cup back from Penn and Teller. Asks Lance that they come to an agreement where Lexis King has to admit that Penn and Teller are magic and magic is real, and he has to defend the cup tonight. As per the agreement, they reaper the cup from him, but Penn informs him that his opponent will be a surprise. We see Ricky Saints walking backstage, and we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, we get a hype reel for NXT's participants in GCW. John's burning blood blood bloodspot. When Sinclair and Miles Bourne are chatting backstage when Dark Straight rolls up to tell Miles Bourne that he's not a real shooter like Tavion is, and no corner crash school better just break up now and get it out of the way. Alright. Javon Evans rolls up in that Javon Evans rolls up in that backs and forth ends up in Javon Evans and Miles Bourne booking a tag match against Dark State. Ricky States makes his entrance and gets on the mic. He tells he tells the crowd he loves them back and says he kicked off WrestleMania weekend with a bang by defending the title against none in his side, All Ego Ethan Page. He made good on his promise, but he made good on his promise to be the man around here, and it felt so good to do it against Ethan Page. Enter Lexis King for some reason. He tells Ricky Saints to hold his horse. He knows he just had a historic win, but he spent his whole weekend looking for the Heritage Cup because those clowns Penn and Teller made it disappear. Ricky Saints, like me, is confused why Lexis King is out here. Lexis King says he's here to defend his title, and if Ricky Saints doesn't get out of here, he might set his sight on the NXT North American Championship. Ricky says his mouth keeps writing checks. His you know what can't catch, and Lexis King says he's just another you know what artist trying to get over with these peons, but nobody actually likes him. Lexis King wants a title match next week, and he's willing to put the Heritage Cup on the line to get it. All right, Ricky Saints Ricky Saints says he's a very special individual and is telling that he's doing this while he waits for his mystery opponent, which is Noam Dar. And he's sure Lexis King already went to Ava. He's on for next week. Referee breaks them up as we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, we get earlier today footage of Hank and Tank and Saruka and Zaria hanging out and celebrating when Thea Hill comes in. It's about an 11 and it says if anybody but her one she's happy it's Saruka. Alright, Jada Parker, Keelaney Jordan, and Fatal Influence all rolled up and tell their hell that none of them are happy. She's back, which seems unnecessarily means. Lexis King's Misty Heritage Cup opponent is Noam Dar back from injury. Alright, so we get the next match. So we get Lexis King versus Noam Dar for the NXT Heritage Cup champion. And this was a pretty good match, but I'm glad to see Noam Dar back on NXT ever since he got injured. Noam Dar blocks a kick, returns one speed of flying form and a roundhouse kick. Lexus King with a waist with the waist lock block, standing switch, double pump handle sets up a double pin for 2 count. Ankle lock from Noam Dar. Tijeras puts him into the turnbuckles corner pump kick, big chest kick, and then a hesitation drop kick. Nope. A noogie to Lexus King's temples. Overhead eyebrow perfect pin for 2. Noam Dar on his back like a spider monkey. Sleeper hold. Lexus King blocks by ramming him into the turnbuckles and then runs through him with a northern elbow for 2. Lexus King with a Caldwell kick off the ropes. Plenty, plenty kick, penalty kick caught and then into trading strikes. Noam Dar with a kick combination lets his skin chops away at him. In the return, super kick gets the champ too. Nobody home on a center. Atomical back fist from Noam Dar sets it up. The winner by pinfall with a rolling back elbow, becoming your new NXT Heritage Cup champion, Noam Dar. This was a pretty good match, but I'm so glad to see Noam Dar back on NXT ever since he got injured. All right, let me move on. Back back from commercial. The Prodigy Roxanne Perez interview backstage. She says she ruined Stephanie Valkyria's match yesterday because that was her moment, and if she's not happy about it, she should do something about it. All right, so we get we get Fallen Henley versus Thea Hill. This was a squash match, but I'm so glad that Thea Hill won. Fallen Henley rushes her to the corner and breaks dirty with a slap. Thea Hill explodes with a crossbody and a big forearm. Fallen Henley with a pump handle, reverse corner for 1. Body sister cover, no deal. La Caldera reverse into a flying armbar. Thea Hill counters with a cover. Back and forth, Thea Hill putting together a head of steam. Fallen Henley floats out of a slam and hits a fallaway slam of her own. Thea Hill on the floor. Jasmine it goes for a cheap shot kick, but Thea Hill ducks and Fallen Henley eats it. Back inside, sending Jesse Jane. Jesse Jane packing butterflies mat slam sets it up. The winner of the match by submission with a double wrist lock. Thea Hill. That was a squash match, but I'm glad Thea Hill won. We see Obafemi walking backstage to send us to break. Back from the break, Obafemi makes his entrance and he gets on the mic. This was a good segment right here. All right. He says he did exactly what he set out to do and NXT Center delivered. He crushes the dreams of Javon Evans and Trick Williams and sets them on fire. But he does regret calling Javon Evans a child because the young OG is much further along than he gave him credit for, and his moment isn't here yet. But his future is bright and as good as Trick Williams. He is just that much better. So enter the ring, Trick Williams. He says he's not going out like that because every time it comes to getting what's his, Overfamily finds that easy way out. He only won because he pinned Juwan Evans, so he wants his title back. Overfamily tries to put his foot down, and Trick insists that this is his NXT and he's here for what he is, for what is his, and he's tired of seeing all these bums in the back get theirs ahead of him. Enter Joe Hendry. Alright, he says Trick Williams has changed, no longer soaking in chairs, but rather in some pity, and he proved what happens when you listen to the fans. He did it at WrestleMania. Trick Williams isn't hungry. He's entitled, and did he ever think he's the reason he didn't win the title back? That Trick Williams is a whiny, you know what? Trick Williams says he has his 5 minutes, and he and outsiders, and he doesn't belong. So he's better. He better take his title and go go on back to where he belongs. Joe Hendry says he belongs here because he belongs at WrestleMania, and your TNA World Heavyweight Champion, has some business to discuss with the NXT Champion Oba Family. Joe Hendry and Oba Family send Trick Williams packing. We get a video package of Luca Crossfino and Channing Stacks ransom meeting in the desert. Luca Luca lets Stacks have it about betraying the Don, and then Lorenzo asks if he knows why he brought him here. But Corfinio realizes what what a mistake he made right as we cut to break. Alright. So we go back from commercial. So Ruka and Zaria are interviewed. So Ruka talks about how hard everybody worked in the ladder match and the adjustment they roll up to try and show discon- discontent. But so Ruka cuts her off and tells them to walk on before she adds as a third as a third title to her resume. Trick Williams rampage backstage so hard that he makes the Fed cut out, and we hear Ava Ray trying to fall to talk sense into Trick Williams. Oh, Trick Williams was crashing out when he ran on the rampage. Oh, he was crashing out, and that's all I gotta say. He was knocking the equipment backstage. All right, so we get the next match: Dark State, Dion Lennox and Osiris Griffin versus Javon Evans and Miles Bourne. And this was a fun tag team match. Dion Lennox and Dion Lennox and what's his name? Miles Bourne to start filling out statement tag to Javon Evans. What's his name? Aris Osiris Griffin and Javon Evans light him up with punches. Javon Evans dives. Osiris catches him, and Miles Bourne dives into the crush, drives into the crush, and we go to break. We back from commercial break. Javon Evans getting work over a length. Osiris with a huge power slam by Miles Bourne. Break it up. Miles Bourne gets a tag snap, scoop, power slam for everybody. Belly to belly suplex on Dion Dion Lennox. Osiris Griffin cuts him off, and Javon Evans he cuts him off and turns slingshot to the floor. Osir Osiris wipes him out. Spinebuster from Dion Lennox on Miles Bourne. Thursday wins by pinfall with a double team spinebuster. Alright, that was a fun tag team match. Alright, Sean Spears is in Ava Ray's office saying he values her time and he just looking out for his friends. Ava Ray says she gets it, and Yosuke Anamura elbows up to say his name. He said his time is coming to an end, and he's going back to Noah, and he wants to thank her and offer her his respect. He's feeling bad leaving Josh Briggs and the Lord, and Josh rolls up, and Ava offers them one last shot next week against Hank and Tank. Josh asks Yoshiki Anamura how he got that done, and he straightens up, and his face clears, and he says it as an old Japanese secret. We go we go to break. Alright. It says back from commercial, Tony D'Angelo meets with Adriana Rizzo and admits he's going to have to fight Stacks. He tells a story about Stacks teaching her to fight, and that she told him she always be low. She wants a sit down with him, but Tony D'Angelo says Shannon declares war, and he doesn't know what he's willing to do. She's packing but she can't go home. It's not safe. He needs her to hide out in a safe house until this thing blows over. She asks if if she asks if he's sure, and he says it's going to be all right. And they hug. All right, so we get the Ricky Saints' interview backstage. He's thrilled for Noam Dar because he knows what it's like to be hurt and forgotten, and he's a man of his word. So he's still gonna defend his NXT title against Lexis King. All right, so he's gonna defend his NXT North American title against Lexis King. All Ego Eat the Page appears. The interview books it, and Lexis King blindsides Ricky Saints and leaves him. Lamb promised to take his title from him. All Ego Eat the Face says they pick this up later. And I already know that Ricky Saints is going to retain next week against Lexis King. So Ricky Saints is going to retain the NXT North American champion against Lexis King. There's no way that Lexis King is going to beat Ricky Saints because Ricky Saints is the future of NXT. And that's all I gotta say. Roxanne Perez makes her entrance to send us to commercial break. Back from commercial break, we get a video package of Andre Chase open up a metal briefcase and is pulling a Chase U sweater out of it and announcing that they're back, baby. Commentary hypes up next week's show. All right, so we get the main event. So we get the main event of the evening: the Prodigy Roxanne Perez versus Stephanie Mercury for the NXT Women's Champion. And this main event match was good, but I'm glad that Chase U is back. That's all I gotta say. But this main event match was good. But I'm so sick and tired of Roxanne Perez always complaining and screaming in every match. It's so annoying. And that's all I gotta say. But I was happy that Roxanne Perez lost to Stephanie Mercury. And Stephanie Mercury retained the NXT Women's Champion. This was a good main event match. Matt grappling and the filling out, trading, pinning, predicament, stalemates, front kick from Roxanne Perez, slide headlock, shot off Roxanne Perez with a mad slam, drop down, leapfrog back row caught into a victory roll, reverse no deal, dug a back fist, Stephanie Mercury looking for the figure for head scissors, but Roxanne Perez rolls away, and then goggles the eyes. Up top, kick, diving knee, to the injured arm, and Roxanne Perez is in control as we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Stephanie Mercury lights her up with kicks and a headbutt on the ramp. Tiger feint kick and a springboard crossbody, arm rigger into soul food, rolling figure for head scissors. Smashes Stephanie Mercury, shaking it life back into her head breaking connect, but Roxanne Perez gets La Miss Mystica and wrenches it back. Trading pins, no fall. Stephanie Mercury blocks a kick, rolling so but connects, whips to the corner, up and over pop rock, block, dragon screw out of the corner, and on hooks. Stephanie Mercury wins by pinfall with the SBB, retaining the NXT Women's Championship. And this is a this that was a good main event match right here. But here's the outcome. Post match, Julia makes her entrance to stare Stephanie Mercury down while the Juggernaut Jordan Grace watches from the sideline. And WWE NXT goes off the air. All right, let me get my honest opinion what I think about WWE NXT. Now, WWE NXT was a good show, and I give it an 8.5 out of 10. And I love the post match when Julia came out and stared directly at Stephanie Mercury and the Juggernaut John Grace was watching from the sidelines. But I would love to see a triple threat match between Stephanie Mercury, the Juggernaut John Grace, and the managed Julia. And take my money to see that triple threat match as well too. But yeah, like I said, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez needs to drop the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions at Backlash. That's all I gotta say. And and yeah, the WWE NXT was a good show, and I give it 8.5 out of 10. If you guys enjoy my WWE NXT review on highlights, make sure you guys please full watch the video from all the way from the beginning, always towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel because I'm on the road to 10K and the path to YouTube partner. So make sure you guys continue to run my videos so I can get the watch hours that I deserve. And also, I'm going to make a 3-minute YouTube short video of me to show you guys my thumbnail twice in my 3-minute YouTube short video because the proof is in the pudding. And I'm going to show you guys 1000% full proof of my thumbnail twice in that 3-minute YouTube short video by itself. And I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I will see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. So that's all I got to say from here. But I want you guys to go check out my WWE Raw review and highlights that I did on the channel yesterday because it was a good show and I gave that show a 10 out of 10. And also go check out my WrestleMania 41 for night 1 and WrestleMania 41 review and highlights for night 2 as well. And I have a pin on the left hand corner. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, this your boy Bigboysnacksjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kids, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And shout out to everybody that came out to my WWE and NXT watch along reactions. Stephanie Mercury versus Roxanne Perez stream. That got 14 likes. I really appreciate you all that came out to my live stream, man. Shout out to everybody that came to my live stream in the chat. Much love and much respect. I go live every single Tuesday. I go live every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. on Tuesday. But I do start my live stream up at least like at 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Just want to let you guys know. Oh yeah, make sure you guys follow my social media down below in the description. And I will see you guys. I will see you guys in my upcoming world. I will see you guys in my upcoming world premiere for my WWE NXT review and highlights. So thank you guys so much for taking time out of your night just to watch my WWE NXT review and highlights because I knocked this review out of the park, and that's all I gotta say. And it's all about love, kindness, and respect. So it's all about the community. So I love my community so much, man. Thank you guys so much for watching my WWE NXT review and highlights. I'm going to continue to keep posting. I'm going to continue to keep grinding until I get those watch hours that I deserve. And that's all I gotta say, man. It's all about the watch hours. You know what I'm saying? But you guys gotta continue to run my videos so I can get the watch hours that I deserve. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. My goal for this year is to reach 10K. That's all I gotta say. 10K subscribers, man. Before maybe before July. I'm trying to reach 10K subscribers before July. So that's all I gotta say. I hope it happens too, because I work so hard, man. But anyway, this your boy Bigboysnacksjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. Gang.